Welcome to the Thousand Tales podcast, and I'm your host, Conor Logan. Today's interview is another on-site interview from the factory of Honeydew Pillows here in Newbury Park. The owner, Jonathan Kunke, is also part of the COVID Smile Jam and frequents it to come and play guitar from time to time. We've become friends over the last 9 months or so during the COVID-19 crisis. He invited me to come on over and see what they do there and sit down for what turned out to be quite the personal conversation. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this interview with Jonathan Kunke.
How you doing? Wow, you have a industrial grade face mask, man.
We do. I can take it off because I know it's difficult to understand what I'm saying, but this is what I'm used to wearing.
Is that because of the nature of what you're doing in there? Like just
exactly.
Lots of fibers and stuff like that?
Yep, especially when you're filling pillows, there's a lot of air force and there's a lot of like fiber particulate matter. You know Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex works with me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We got all sorts of smile jammers here.
That's right, yeah. Oh yeah, Ryan has been here.
Nice.
Although he always just thinks I'm trying to get him to work for free. Not going to be your free labor.
You sound just like him. That's great.
God, yeah. I've known him all my life, you know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Welcome. Welcome to set stuff down wherever you like.
Welcome to Honeydew.
Yeah, welcome to Honeydew.
This is awesome.
Full operation. We've got everything packed up, and then there's a couple stragglers, so I was just getting these packages set to go out with the other stuff.
Wow.
But let me put on a different...
I love you even painted it to match.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild color, actually. It's brighter than we were expecting, but we like it. It's a little unusual.
Geez, you must have like 3,500 square feet here or something like that.
This is about 4,000 here for this area that we're in.
Wow.
The total warehouse is... Take the filter out, might make it harder to understand too. I don't know if you're recording or not.
I am.
Okay. So the total warehouse is 25,000.
Okay.
So we have as Honeydew about 4,000, and then there's we have a neighbor that we share the space with back there. That's tool company across the street, Platinum Tools, I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So and they came in about a year and a half ago. Yeah, they're literally right across the street, and so they wanted some additional storage, and so they are this whole thing. It gets loud in here.
That's all right.
Yeah, so that's
all right.
Platinum Tools, and then this is the sleep shop.
Okay.
So we were, until maybe a year and a half ago, we were this whole building, basically. So,
wow.
And then Honeydew has grown, so we've keep taking more and more space, and this back area has been working out really well for us. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Is this your company?
It is. So my dad started the sleep shop when I was 4.
Okay.
So,
when you were 4, okay.
87. Oh, yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, so
what was the sleep shop about?
Sleep shop is a mattress store. We have basically 3 locations here locally.
Yeah, you have one like this,
County.
like by like Chesborough or something like that as well. Did I?
Yeah,
see
there's one
there?
exactly. We have one off Reyes Adobe in Agora Hills. There's one here in Newbury Park, right, basically across the freeway on Ventu, and then one in Simi Valley.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen those places before. That's your dad.
Yep.
That's
exactly.
wild.
And I started working with him in 2005. So it's been a little over 15 years since I started working with him. In the sleep shop specifically.
What's your dad's name?
Fred.
Fred. What's your last name?
Kunke.
Kunke. K-U-N-K-E.
Yes.
That's all right.
Yeah, he's here. He'll pop out at some point. I know because we've just been loading up packages, so he'll be taking some. But yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
So I mean, it didn't seem to. So it's not a stretch to create a pillow company.
No, I mean this all kind of happened very organically because we were not. Really, it came about because I was trying to get a pillow for myself. We have 50 of them in the stores, and none of them were really, doing it. Basically, none of them were supporting. That felt good. You know Alex.
Yeah. How are you, man?
How's it going, man?
It's going well. That's a sweet jacket.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good one. See you Wednesday.
Have a fun interview.
All right. Nice to see you.
Yeah. So basically, none of them were working for me. I wasn't sleeping very well on any of the pillows. So it just kind of started with me trying to figure, why don't I make one? So my wife's...
What do you think what were some of the downfalls of other pillows that you could like describe? Like, because I mean, you become like your own honorary pillow doctor, trying to figure it out, right? You're like self-diagnosing, and how does that apply? What if these things are just? What if it was just to you and your habits, and what if those things could actually be universal, aspects of people's sleep?
Yeah,
and stuff like
absolutely.
That, right?
So there are numerous issues that I was encountering. So I'm primarily a side sleeper. One of the big ones is pressure on your ear. If something's too firm under there, it's going to cause pressure, and you wake up with a sore ear, turnover. All of that disrupts your sleep, messes with your sleep cycles. So that was a big one that I was having. The other thing is really the profile of it has to be perfect. It has to be just the right dimension for how your shoulder would be to keep you supported. But again, it can't be hard, so you don't just want a hard block of foam that's that height. It needs to be able to reduce pressure in that area as well. The third thing is that when you turn over at night, if you're not in the exact same position all night long, the pillow needs to be able to adjust for that as you turn. And if you are lying on your side and you turn over onto your other side, it's not going to be exactly symmetrical to how you were before, right? There's movement. We kind of snuggle our pillows, pull on them as you get adjusted. All of these things kind of alter the geometry. So it's trying to find basically that balance is kind of what led me down this journey. So I frequently would snuggle my pillow, and then in doing so, as you pull it, it creates additional pressure here because I'm pulling the bulk of the pillow into this area. Gotcha. So unless it's like a solid piece of foam, cut out that's a solid piece of foam, and then in those cases, they're typically too firm. Yeah. So that's basically the issue that I was running into there. So
that's the only. I mean, since you gave me mine, it's the only one I've been using.
Yeah, and you've been sleeping well on it.
Yeah, I found that I had to put a very thin pillow underneath it just to raise it up by a touch.
You just need more fill.
Then I just need more fill.
Yeah, they're all designed to be adjustable, basically for exactly that reason, right?
Oh, okay.
Because some people's profiles are obviously different from others.
Yeah.
So we have a zipper on them that you can open up, and you can add fill to make it thicker. You can remove fill to make it thinner. So it gives you the ability to do that. We have 5 pillows total, and all of them are like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, I just need more fill.
Yeah, that's all you need. Yeah. Do you want to make a pillow?
Yeah, I want to make a pillow. That sounds awesome.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do that.
So come on back here.
This is so funny. I've always wanted that experience to go to as a drummer.
Right.
You can go to a drum factory and make your own drum.
Yes.
But then I get to make my own pillow.
I listened to your podcast where you were just talking about that with, what was his name?
With Glenn Noyes. Yeah. That guy.
Major Noise.
Yeah, Major Noise. That's right. That guy was an awesome interview. I really liked talking with him.
That was really interesting, yeah. So you probably can't hear us very well while this is happening, but let's go back here and kind of go through the process.
Sure, yeah.
This is Annabelle.
Hi, Annabelle.
Annabelle, this is Connor.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm just doing I've got a local podcast. I'm just doing a little interviewing.
We're gonna, he wants to make a pillow.
I think we are just enough to make one more.
Well, perfect. Do you want to show him how?
Sure.
So basically the way that this system works, we have this machine here cuts up the foam, and all of our fills are made up of 2 different types of foam.
Okay.
We have this one is our scrumptious line, which uses a copper infused gel based fill. So both of the foams are infused with copper, which helps reduce prevent it from getting too hot and regulates temperature. Also naturally antibacterial, antimicrobial, keeps it fresh longer. There's even talk about, anti-inflammatory properties of copper. I don't know that you would ever experience that from a pillow, to be honest. But, there's a lot of people who wear copper jewelry.
Yeah. No, I've got lots of patients that will have, magnets in their shoes, or be wearing magnets, or be wearing copper.
What's your take
metals.
on that? Is that effective?
I tried it for a while. I wore a copper bracelet for a long time. I did not notice any appreciable change.
Okay. Does it have to be certain areas, like pressure points, or what have you?
Well, you know what? I'll let me qualify that with. I did have one experience where I did a house call to do acupuncture for a person down in Camarillo.
Sure.
And when I was there, one of their relatives was up from Mexico and had like this whole set of magnets that they brought with them, and they were watching me do acupuncture on this patient, and they offered. They're like, "Hey, are you in a rush?" And I said, "No." We just kind of started talking and being friendly. And I said, "Here, let's do a treatment with magnets." That treatment was unbelievable.
Really?
I slept like a rock for days.
Interesting.
It really reduced my pain immediately.
Wow.
And I lost the guy's card.
Okay.
And I've never gotten back in touch with them, but I never found anybody else that does anything like that.
Sure. Yeah.
It was that was my one experience with magnets. That was, and that's just anecdotal, but I found it to be at least
really
temporally effective.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, our scrumptious line is like our primary.
But as a radiative,
and that's what
to radiate temperature and to regulate temperature and the microbial properties, all of that. That is warranted, and that's founded. So that's awesome that you do that.
Difference.
Yeah.
We use in a more traditional kind of gel fill, a blue gel, in our Essence pillow, which is a little bit less expensive. Mm-hmm. That's what we started out using actually in the scrumptious line, and then kind of as we evolved and we've grown as a company, we have access to better materials, and we're always trying to basically make the best possible pillow. So then we brought the copper into the scrumptious line, and we came out with the Essence. It was a little bit less.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this machine, as we feed the foam through, it cuts it up into little pieces. It slices it with knives. It's not a grinder, so it slices it into little tiny pieces, and we combine it with this fiber stuff here.
Oh, it's very, very
soft.
Oh,
yeah,
that's really soft.
Yep. And then that's what composes our fill, basically, for the scrumptious line. Our Essence pillow, which uses the regular gel, also uses two types of foam. They're both a gel. The feel is different because of that.
Are these the two different types
these are
right here?
Two different types, yeah. So this is basically the most kind of doughy.
Yeah, it's very doughy.
Yeah, that you can find. It's makes a big difference.
What are the different grades?
Conformability. So the difference between these two, we typically don't get too into it because of, the fact that we're the only people who kind of do that.
Got it. This is your magic sauce.
It's not even so much that, to be honest. It's like so labor intensive working with this stuff that even if people knew exactly what it was, nobody's, I think, going to try to do that, because having this type of doughiness gets stuck in our machines constantly, like multiple times a day. It's it's not a very workable material, but it gives you the best feel. So the primary difference here is the amount of gel, copper gel, also the density of the foam. So the weight of it. This is like a half a piece, and the weight of something like this is very different from the weight of that one.
Oh yeah. It's like.
And also the feel is, that one doesn't have that kind of doughy feel.
Right.
So, and there's like a, reason to all of that, because again, I was talking earlier about the pressure on your ear. You could get a pillow that's just a block of foam, but it causes a little bit too much pressure, right? You want something that's going to have that kind of softer, more luxurious feel as well. And so the combination of the things is really what gives you that.
How did you get to this point?
In terms of manufacturing materials.
How did you come up with this formula of components?
So just a lot of experimentation was really what it came down to, and a lot of testing. So we started this.
Yeah, how did you start making pillows?
Maybe 6 years ago or so, with basically my mother-in-law, sewing them on her dining room table for mostly me, and then basically we were trying a variety of different materials, taking stuff apart that we were buying from the companies that we carry. Our stores the sleep shop stores are quite large. Mm-hmm. So they're, 13,000, 14,000 square feet stores. So we have over 150 beds, a lot of different brands. We have basically access to everything. And so we were taking stuff apart, from the other manufacturers, trying to figure out exactly what combination of things would get us what we
Wow.
wanted. And then once
Stick
we found
with what
it,
you know. That's good.
yeah,